Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of my Ruhnama series. Today we begin the first section, chapter 1, part 1. So he has these chapters cut off into so many parts, it's not even funny. So we're going to read a part a day, and we'll be posting it on the daily, hopefully. I might skip it here and there if I don't have time, but I'll make sure to frequently upload as I just can. So here we go. The Ruhnama, the first section, Chapter 1, Part 1, Turkmen. In the name of Allah, the most exalted, my beloved people, my dear nation, this book, written with the help of inspiration sent to my heart by the God who created this wonderful universe and who is able to do whatever he wills, is Turkmen Ruhnama. Allah has exposed the Turkmen nation to great and difficult problems since the creation of humankind. My people has successfully passed through these hard times. The Turkmen people, whose history goes back 5,000 years to the period of Oghuz Khan, contributed to the universal values which emerged in the lands between the Eastern and Mediterranean and India, and indeed cannot be underestimated. In its own lands, the Turkmen people founded more than 70 states, including the Anev, Altindepe, Margush, Parfia, Seljuks, and Korneurgench states. I butchered that one. The Turkmen people has a great history which goes back to the Prophet Noah. Prophet Noah gave the Turkmens lands to his sons Japheth and his descendants. Allah made the Turkmens prolific and their numbers greatly increased. God gave them two special qualities: spiritual richness and courage. As a light for their road, God also strengthened their spiritual and mental capacity with the ability to recognize the realities behind events. After that, he gave his servants the following general name: Turk Iman. Turk means core, Iman means light. Therefore, Turk Iman, namely Turkmen, means made from the light whose essence is light. The Turkmen name came to this world in this way. Allah, by his sacred command, sent Prophet Noah scriptures, including holy orders. The Prophet Noah distributes these to the people of his time. The essence of these pages was indeed beautiful ethics. They were sayings like, honor honesty to young man virtue, to the girls intellect sagacity, dignity to the old men and women, nobility to the brides. Prophet Noah taught his children and youth courage, nobility, keeping their promises, hard work, and spiritual virtue. He made them aware that any small problem in any of these would mean a problem in their honesty in general. Turk Iman, that is Turkmen, young men considered verbal attacks on their homeland, their relatives, and parents, as attack on their honor and did not hesitate to struggle against these. Prophet Noah ordered girls, wives, and old men to cover their bodies with long, loose dresses and their heads with headscarves, but to leave their faces open. Turkmen's faces reflect the light of Allah. For that reason, sunlight, which is the torchlight of God, should fall on their faces, and this should not be prevented. Prophet Noah also advised repeatedly that men should not hit the faces of their children or wives. As for the woman's mouth, he ordered them to cover it. The cover became the Turkmen traditional cover, or yashmak. Later he ordered the girls to cover their faces with the extensions of their dresses when they made eye contact with a man, and to bite the extension when they heard ugly words. Prophet Noah ordered the elders to be careful, patient, and wise when educating children, and placed on the shoulders of the elders the burden of bringing up children suitably equipped with the necessary skills for conditions in the real world. Prophet Noah wanted the youth to avoid making errors and not to be mistaken. He preached thus: if elders make a mistake once, their juniors make a mistake 1,000 times. If the father makes a mistake, their son makes a mistake. If the mother makes mistakes, the daughter makes mistakes. If the father-in-law and mother-in-law make a mistake, the bride makes a mistake. For this reason, he established the rules of good manners at home for Turk Iman. These rules of good manners are as follows. 1. Respect your elders. 2. Love your juniors. Prophet Noah said, "If you do not respect your old people and do not love your juniors, then humanity gets lost, and an era of no mercy begins." 3. Respect your father and mother. He advised children kindly, "Do not talk to your father and mother while looking in their faces. Do not frown at, make sour faces to them. Do not behave badly to them. If they order something, then do it." This can be internalized with the children easily and in a short time. 4. Wear clean and decent clothes. Outward appearance. Prophet Noah ordered good clothes improve the external appearance and make people look good. Choose clothes that suit you. 5. Keep goods at your home that have been earned by your own labor and efforts. Prophet Noah said, "Do not take other people's goods. Do not bring them to your house, and do not make them yours," and added, "The home is also a place to visit." 6. The decoration of the home, its order, cleanliness, and appearance should be very good. Prophet Noah repeatedly said, "Each material thing should make the soul feel comfortable and should increase happiness in life. If your house is dirty, then you feel bad, disoriented, and uncomfortable." 7. Protect the home and its exterior and neighboring areas and the place that you live in. Prophet Noah ordered, "Remain aware of and protect wholeheartedly your neighbors and your neighborhood. If an enemy attacks your neighbor's home, then you will be next." 8. Spiritual sublimity. Prophet Noah advised, "Always maintain sublime targets for your spirit. That adds spirit and light to the value of your life and makes your difficult dealings easy." 9. Women's makeup. Do not be mean with emerald stones for your daughters and wives. Find them wherever they are and give them to the women. If one upsets his wife or daughter, he is not a Turk Iman, since they are very pleasant by nature and their souls are pleasant too. Please them if you want to treat them well. Give them valuable pieces so that they may wear them on their breast, neck, and back. However, never harm their faces. The face itself is more valuable than the thousands of emerald pieces. Allah's love in people's hearts shows itself in people's faces and enlightens the world. If you do this, they look better, satisfy your soul, and strengthen your spirit. As Prophet Noah advised, he always said, "The decoration and beauty of the homes and the daughters and the wives. A rose is beautiful in the garden. A wife, a daughter, is beautiful in the home." More than this, the Prophet Noah said, "Keep the fire in the stove alight, and do not allow your family to perish. Fire is life and puts an end to problems, frightening evil away." Turkmens have preserved their religion, their language, and the purity of their nation, and created their own customs and legitimate conduct. These multifaceted positive changes derive from the spiritual wealth of the people. Every Turkmen has this spiritual wealth, and until the 18th century, their labor, honor, courage, and endurance. They determined their fate by themselves, with cooperation at various levels in the family, society, people, and nation. If you look at the history over the last 300 years, Turkmen's attributes have changed, their power and scope has decreased. Conflicts have replaced unity and cooperation. My Turkmen nation with neighboring nations, the clans between themselves, and tribes against other tribes, all fell into different conflicts. The lack of trust reached such a level that in our nation, that citizens distrusted citizens, brother distrusted brother, and father distrusted son. They lived without trusting each other or anyone else. I lived in the Soviet era, and when I was young, I recognized and felt my people's lack of trust in justice and their hopeless view of the future. Our people were not only unable to understand what they were experiencing, but also unable to judge their daily life. There was this kind of belief among our people. Day belongs to the powerful, and the kavaruma belongs to those who have canines. They used to believe that whatever you do, you cannot prosper. But why has the fate of Turkmens been so problematic in the last 3 centuries? The state was divided. Tribes fought with each other. The nation lost its core, was almost led to forsake their religion. Its language was simplified, culminating in the loss of their horse, costume, jewelry, and customs which had been gained through thousands of years of work. Nothing happens in this universe without a reason. Whether it is natural or man-made disaster which afflicts a nation, there is always a reason for it. Let's leave each Turkmen to think about this question and face this problem in his soul and answer it before God. By the order of Allah, the Most Exalted, as the shadow of the third millennium fell onto us in 1991, Turkmenistan became an independent state. However, at the outset, this was only on paper. The developing society, state institutions, thinking on national independence, sustainable economy, and international affairs shaped by national interests were namely taking shape. The most challenging aspect of this business is to connect individual fate with independence and to understand how our national interest is attached to the independence. The most challenging aspect of this business is that views, reasoning, and mental independence are not up to the level of understanding the national benefit and interest that come about as a result of them. If you do not have a national state organization, a national policy, a national ideal, which will enthuse and mobilize people, a national economy, a national civilization, a national army, then your condition cannot be described as full independence. We need time for this. We need at least 10 to 20 years. First, people's perception and spirit should change. Each Turkmen is responsible for the nation's fate, national state, society, its indivisible unity and unification. Each Turkmen should know what kind of path their nation followed in the past, should be able to compare it with their current era, and know their future. The general interest of the Turkmen nation depends on each individual Turkmen. Allah the Almighty gave us limitless land and water. He gave us underground resources. He created our nation intelligent and able to judge their own conduct. In addition, He gave us an independent Turkmen state. Turkmen, keep your morale high and keep good work. Prosper and make others in your country prosper. Those who will make the Turkmens attain their true level and status of the Turkmen and work for Turkmenistan will be the Turkmens themselves. My dear Turkmen nation, in order to urge your soul and mind to fulfill these duties and to raise a strong faith in your heart for self-confidence and to be a support to you, I have written this book, Ruhnama, for you. I dedicate and present the book I have written to you today. That ends the first part of the first chapter. Tomorrow we'll continue with part 2 of chapter 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.